No. Somebody made a video on the internet where they try to force their opinion down my throat in their ginormous, egotistical, moral superiority ways of doing so. That just makes me want to drink a Mountain Dew and not really give a fuck. Fuck, half my desk is covered in soda.
Hey guys, this topic is a bit taboo, and it's related to sex, so if you don't want to hear it, don't watch this.
I don't give a shit, I just feel like making this video because the idea of making it made my cock hard. Also, fuck things that are taboo! What is bourgeois term and concept? Sex is a taboo subject. Why? Why? People fuck. People fuck. Sometimes people fuck to make children and make me talk like William Shatner. You know, if without this thing, we wouldn't exist as a species. So stupid. Like things, it's like so many different things are taboo, like piercings and tattoos. Well, yeah, but just shitload of motherfucking people have them, and they don't really care. It doesn't really bother them, nor really have a big impact on their life either way. People think that more deviant sex practices, like more kinky shit, is taboo, but people do it all the time anyway. So the idea of anything taboo is so stupid to me. It's just like, why do we need this concept as a species? Why do we fucking get out of it? It's just such an arrogant way of saying, I feel weirded out by that, but I don't want to admit that I like it. Just fucking stop being pussies. Seriously. In my opinion, nothing is taboo. Not only that, it's a really annoying word. It makes me think that it's actually a species of monkey. You know, you're on like safari or something. Well, Jeeves, look at that. It's a wild taboo in its natural habitat. You know, it sounds weird. Also, why the fuck are you making another video about sex towards a group of 14-year-olds in your audience? If anybody hasn't really watched this guy's videos before, you only have teens that are underage that watch your videos. Look at your own fucking insights. Only kids watch you. What the fuck are you doing making videos on this subject? Because you can't not know that your audience is underage. Another thing that disgusts me about the fact that you make videos about this topic to kids that are teenagers is that you don't even bother, for one, to even talk about being at least responsible about this. Greg, you could possibly be responsible in the future for an entire generation of baby boomers that all had their kids when they were like 15. And God, fuck the world if that ever happens. Shit.
Okay. In regards to a video I made not too long ago about the idea that if you fantasize about someone outside of your relationship, that because you are thinking about having sex with someone outside your relationship, you are cheating.
Oh yeah, because, you know, everything that goes on in my brain has a seriously huge impact as everything that goes out on the fucking world around me. Because that makes sense. What are you talking about? You have serious insecurities.
As you are not, in your mind, having sex with your significant other. Which isn't loyalty.
Oh God, fuck you with that little You cheated on your ex-wife of 5 years with a 17-year-old pop star. You moved across country lines. Fuck you. You have like no right to talk about loyalty. You're not even loyal to your own friggin' audience. You say so many fucking hypocrisies about everything. You should not be allowed legally to use the word loyal. You don't even know what it means. You have no idea what that concept is even about, in the slightest sense.
But in regards to that, I have a question for all of you. First off, when you see a movie and there's a sex scene, but you don't think about having sex with them when you see the sex scene.
I get a boner anyway.
Instead, you think about having sex with your significant other. Is it cheating?
What in the fuck are you talking about? They put sex scenes in movies as a stylistic visualization of showing the bond and passion and intimacy and love and all that stuff between two fictionalized characters in a fictionalized scenario that only happened in that movie. That alone just completely nuked your entire argument. You're like a burning husk of a formerly great empire at this point with just that truth nuke. Just, you're speaking bullshit. What the fucking hell does he care? What do you care? Like, what kind of rigid bitches have you dated in your life that really got offended by a sex scene being in a movie that you were watching with them? I mean, seriously, who the fuck has a problem with this? You know? I've been with people before, you know, when we were snuggled up on the couch watching movies, like, years ago, and there were sex scenes in this movie. They didn't give a shit, and neither did I, because it's just people fake fucking on camera. There's not an issue here. There's not an issue here at all. I mean, come on, man. What kind of insecurities do you really have?
For instance, when a woman comes on screen and she's topless,
I get a boner. But it doesn't mean that I want to fuck her. It just means that, wow, there's some boobies on the screen. Well, hello. Well, I can't be... What do you want me to do? Deny my own biology? What do you...
And you automatically imagine your significant other topless.
What do you mean automatically? I mean... Oh, they're boobs. Oh, God! I didn't think about my woman! Ah! Oh, God! Oh! What do you... Is that the reaction you want? Okay, let me run this example by you then. If a girl walks out on the screen topless and you don't imagine your girlfriend topless, you're cheating. Okay, so what if a guy fucking walks out on the screen with like a raging, throbbing hard-on for whatever reason, a movie that could be syndicated on television would have this? What happens then? Are you gay? Are you gay? Your argument is just basically just as ridiculous.
Or you just don't get arousal out of it. You don't even think anything of it.
That's what a normal person would do. They wouldn't care. It's a bunch of tits on screen, you know, shit. If you have an issue with it, don't put a movie in like that. I mean, fuck, where do you get your morality from? Like Laverne and Shirley? Come on. I mean, what the fuck? I didn't know I was living in 1950.
Is it cheating? Because you're not having sex with them in your mind. You're not being aroused.
You can't have sex in your mind. You can only think. You cannot achieve penetration in your brain.
By them in your mind. So is it cheating? Now I'm going to take this a little bit further.
You couldn't possibly take it further. You've already goddamn gone down the rabbit hole of stupidity about as far as you possibly could. This is just fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
When it comes to pornography and masturbating to pornography,
you just took the ginormous step that I thought you would take, and it hurts my head. You're talking about fictionalized, romanticized situations, and you're comparing and contrasting them to hardcore porn. How the fuck is this even valid? People watch pornography and masturbate to it to get a sexual tension relief, you fucking idiot. Come on, you got fucking in trouble with your ex-wife and your girlfriend afterward for jacking off to hentai, for fuck's sake, and you fucking admitted this. So how the shit can you possibly have such a weird double standard and then be able to compare and contrast two completely different things? Do you not understand the concepts of why these things exist in the first fucking place? Or do you think that romanticized love in a movie and fucking hardcore ass fucking and porn are just two random things that coexist besides each other and just are just absolutes? They're just there. They're just kind of, well, you know, they're bad if you think about them the wrong way. I mean, God, man.
Is it cheating if in your mind you're having sex with your significant other despite the fact that there's a different woman or man on the screen?
What the fucking hell are you talking about?
What if you were to take the common components of the male or the female gender, watch two people make love, and
who thinks about this shit, though? That's the thing. Like, who fucking cares? Like, when you're fucking jerking off to, like, porn, do you really give a fuck? You think about it like this. A lot of people watch porn, especially, like, more kinky kind of porn, because they think of, well, you know what? I'd like to do that to my girlfriend. They're not thinking like, yeah, that girl on the screen is my girlfriend, and I have to think about it so goddamn hard that I'm actually visualizing her on the television screen. No, they're not looking at it like that. They're looking like, yeah, man, she's really sexy, but you know what would be sexier is if I was doing that to my girlfriend right now. You know, that's... You have, like, the strangest thought process that I've ever seen. Entire
time, you're just thinking of your significant other. That person on the screen doesn't come into the...
Could you stop saying significant other? Okay, that's like kind of a dead term. Do you call your girlfriend a significant other? Like, oh... You're, like, snuggled up with her in bed, and you're like, I love you, significant other. Her clit must feel like it just fell off, you know.
Sure, even once. Is that mentally cheating?
There's no such thing as mentally cheating!
Because technically, you're not having sex with anyone in your mind but your significant other.
You can't have sex in your mind!
Nor are you physically having sex with anyone.
Except your hand.
So, if you can watch a movie and see people have sex, and that's not cheating, then how is it you can look at pornography, and whether or not you think of your significant other exclusively or not, it's still considered cheating?
What the fuck are you talking about? That's not cheating! Cheating is the act of going behind the bond and promise you made to stay romantically faithful and sexually faithful and loyal to the person that you're with. Jacking off and masturbating to porn has nothing to do with this. The fuck? You're... What are you trying to enforce here? You're like trying to force some weird like 1950s morality in the year 2012 and it doesn't fucking work. Like, were you raised in like an Amish family? Greg, does your porn consist of like girls in like these big gauche Victorian dresses and they're getting like skin shown by like showing off like part of their ankle and you get like a fucking throbbing boner to it? I mean, really? Come on, man. You cannot mentally cheat on people. You can't. You can sit there and defend this until the end of time, but you can't do it. You can't. Whatever exists in a person's headspace exists only there. Just like in the films you're talking about. The scenarios that exist in the movies exist only in these movies. They do not exist in reality. For example, do you see Godzilla walking around my room, knocking the fuck out of Japan? No, because it exists in film. It's fake. Scenarios that exist within your mind are the exact same thing. They're just things. You know, we're all slaves to our subconscious mind, and sometimes things will enter into our headspace that we wouldn't generally think about. But it's our brain's way of telling us that, yeah, you know, I had to kind of purge this out of your brain so it didn't really get to you all that much. People jerk off for a simple reason. They like to relieve sexual tension, and it feels good. I mean, you can't fucking actually tell me you believe what you're fucking telling me right now. You can't. Because you just cannot believe this. You pulled it so far out of your ass. You cannot mentally cheat on people. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you're thinking about that stuff hardcore, like all the time, then your relationship is already at a point to where it's unsalvageable anyway. And you should probably, instead of just being a fucking asshole and making a video like this, go to your partner and talk with them about the things that you've been thinking about and actually have like a one-on-one serious discussion with them about these things. If you want to save your relationship and you think that it's kind of fucked up, you're thinking about these things. Instead of just saying, I fucking cheated on you. I thought of fucking the girl from Evanescence and hit her with a burrito. And a glass case of emotion. You know, just wanted to say that because I watched Anchorman recently. You know, it's stupid. It's fucking... And this fucking video's filming technique is so ridiculous that you have, too, because it's these serious black and white tones and using big words that I'm pretty goddamn sure you don't know the definitions of, like significant other and I don't know, maybe cheese or something like that, if you mention fisting yourself with a big block of Colby cheese at one point. I'm just saying, your tone in this video is way too serious for such a dementedly retarded subject. Seriously.
Because you're merely using the pornography to enhance your ability to imagine having sex with your significant other.
Or probably just look at, well, I'd like to do that, and then give them a good old time when they come back home. You know, tie it up. Tie it up.
Hopefully you guys appreciate these questions.
What the fuck question do you propose? What? I hope you guys enjoy these questions. What the fuck did you ask me again? Could you run this by me? What did you ask me again? Because you kind of just told me that if I thought about actually having sex with somebody and a fucking fake scenario fantasy that exists only within the confines of my mind, that I'm an evil human being. That's not a question. That's a dirge of stupidity. How can 11,000 people seriously have watched this video and then 324 people out of that 11,000 actually agree with this? How many there are 324 stupid motherfuckers in this world. There really are. Stupid.
And hopefully you consider them carefully.
Consider what Oh my god.
Because it is a very, very complicated idea.
No, it's not! It's not! It cannot possibly be a complicated idea. It's here, it stays here. If it happens in the confines of reality, it fucking actually can fuck you over. Are you goddamn retarded? Oh my god, you're lost, man. You're fucking lost.
In the sense that it's hard to argue that if you're not thinking about having sex with someone in your mind outside your relationship, that it pretty much can't be cheating.
Well,
unless, of course, going to a movie where there's a sex scene.
It's a movie!
Cheating. In which case, I don't know what to say.
Well, at least there's one common ground we fall on. I don't know what to say. What you said in this entire video is so stupid, it makes me want to go just... I don't know. It makes me want to go build a mighty dam. I don't know. Oh my god. You have got some of the weirdest sensibilities about things. I mean, you have this like 1950s like super Christian American idea on fuck, man. Seriously, but like what kind of fucking bitch ass morals were you raised on? If you think about things, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for thinking. But if you're thinking about them all the time, talk with your partner about it. That's the best advice I can give anyone. And it's simple advice. It's not some fucking drawn out long piece of shit that makes you feel bad about yourself in the end. So, wait a minute. What the fuck is this in the description box here? Vote on this topic? Well, I can't look at his website. This faggot EIP banned me from his website for trolling the shit out of it, as you all know. But how could you vote on this topic? Okay, I feel either way, avoiding porn is not a horrible... Okay, how the fuck can you really say this? You feel either way, but avoiding porn is not a horrible thing to do. You just fucking made it... You just made it feel like watching porn is terrible, but you, at the same time, feel either way. What in the hell? You have created a semi-truck crash of hypocrisy right in front of my eyes, and I am now watching the burning husk of this wreck. The rest of this bullshit in his description box goes as follows. Being militant can create a lot of negativity, but both sides have arguments and they should be considered, even though you just basically made the other side's argument look like a pile of shit. Which didn't really work because there really isn't two sides to an argument. You're acting like there's people on like a left wing of, like a left and a right wing of politics here that are violently fighting about an issue that is literally not an issue to like 99% of people. Whatever. I can't even... This is ridiculous, man. You got issues with relationships. You got like big ass ones, and you need to fucking sort that shit out for yourself rather than take some of your fucking manias out on people that jerk off to porn for the simple fact of physical relief, sexual tension relief, and that. Anyway, how do I end a video like this on a nice note? My closet door doesn't really close because it's too big for the door frame because I was too retarded to actually measure it properly for the frame. God, I'll never be Bob Vila.